What's going on, guys? Top 1% of players here. And today I have a little bit of a special video for you guys. So, as we all know, Halloween means buns. Everyone's getting buns on Halloween, right? So, today, basically, what I'm going to be doing is kind of giving you a rundown once you secure the buns, what you're supposed to say, okay? Because a lot of people mess up when they secure the digits and they just don't know what to say. So here I'm going to be kind of giving a rundown of what I've said, the plays I've made, the shots I've selected, and yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy. Okay, we start with this girl texting me first. Obviously means she might want me. Who knows? We'll find out. She says, "Did you see my picture I sent?" So obviously, I'm a little confused on this. I'm like, who is this? Because I don't know this girl. And then this is the picture she sends me. So I'm like, okay, stay calm, stay composed. Let's get these buns. All right. That's what was going through my head. So then they basically they try this method. I've seen it plenty of times from girls that are trying to hit on me. They're like, oh, mistake number. I know this isn't a mistake. I know you want me. Like, let's stop playing these games. All right. But I know as soon as I see this, I'm like, okay, I know what's going on here. And make a note of that, mental note of that. And then as you can see, they ask me here, they're like, which city do you live in? This is a trick question. There should be really only one solid answer to this question, okay? Dubai. All right? Because if a girl hears you live in Dubai, she's like, all right, he got motion like that for real. And then she follows up with, I saw your area code in Georgia. Are you living there? Okay. This obviously means she's done some research. She wants me bad. I, I've I figured that out, you know. She's looking at my area code like she wants me, you know. And you see here she's double texting me. She's like, "Oh, what's your name?" And I say yes to this question. I'm like, "Yes. Okay, I do live in Georgia. You caught me." All right. And then I say I have a dog. All right. This might seem like a little off topic, like, oh, why are you saying you have a dog? But this shot usually works a lot because they'll see you have a dog. They're like, oh, can I see it? And it's like, oh, it's how you secure the buns. All right. Yep. As we can see here, she's like, oh, can I see your dog? And then I proceed after she says, can I see your dog? I'm like, okay, I should probably answer this question. She question marked it. She wants to know my name. So I'm like, all right, what name should I choose? Because I'm not going to use my real name. I have to choose a very masculine, dominant name. So I'm like, all right, let's go with Fahit. Because obviously, like, come on now. And then after I say, my name is Fahit, I respond to, can I see your dog? All right. A lot of people here will be like, oh, here's my dog. They'll send a picture. That's not what you do. It's a trick question, okay? We got to know these plays. I say in a verbum. All right, you might be like, what is a verbum? It's a word I made up, okay? The reason I use that specific word, you can make up any word you want. It's like to add a mysterious persona to you, okay? Then she's like, oh, what is a verbum? I got to keep talking to him. Come on now. We know this. Next part is crucial, okay? We see we're talking about our dogs, all right? Talking about a lot of stuff. We're getting to know each other. So since we've gotten to know each other, we then start with the stickers, okay? We start with the stickers. You see here, I'm plastering stickers over her text. She's gonna see me as a funny guy, all right? You're gonna see me as a funny guy, which gives me more of a chance to crack later. And she says, You have a nice name, Fahit. Come on. I said this before. Fahit, go-to name. You have to use the name Fahit. It's the name that works. Most masculine, dominant name. And then she responds with an in a verbum statement, and she says, "Okay." And she might seem unfazed there, but she's in the inside. She's like, "Oh my gosh, what is a verbum? What is a verbum?" Okay, now we see that she said okay, and we know in the inside she's like, "Oh, I really want to get to know this dude." She then drops the "I'm 35 years old and single. How about you?" See, we're already in there. We are in there. So obviously, we go with the go-to here. We all know the one-liner we all know and love. Come on. I have a wife, but she isn't born yet, so technically I'm single. Okay? So this is basic fundamentals here. We're showing that we have options. Like we have options, but we're also open to options, all right? This is a everyone should know this, okay? Everyone should know this line right here. If you don't know it, jot it down, get your notebook out, put that line down. And see, she responds adequately to that. She says, "Sounds good." And then she asks me, "How old are you, if you don't mind me?" She says she's 35, so I follow up with 38. Want to be a little bit older, more mature, okay? And then she asks for a picture, all right? Obviously, I pick a good picture of me. You don't want to be sending bad pictures of you to the hoes, okay? Only good pictures. So I had to get my best picture, best lighting out. And for some reason she's questioning my age. She's like, "Can you tell me your real age?" She says, "I think you're more mature." I don't know why she's doubting 38, all right? And she still is very persistent on wanting to know my quote unquote real age, even though I told her. So then I joke around. I'm like, I'm 38.000053, like some friendly, flirty banter. Okay. And she's just saying the same thing. "Can you share me your real age?" So then I have to actually share my real age, which is 85. Okay. And she's like, "For serious, like I'm joking here." And she thinks I'm playing games. I'm not here for games. I'm here for prizes, which are buns. So obviously, before I establish myself as the dominant, mature man, she said that. So I start to get a little heated. I'm like talking about, "I am very serious. Do not talk to me in such a way." Okay. Want to assert my dominance here. Show that I'm the alpha in this situation. And then, yep, she picks up on those cues. She's like, "I hope we can get to know each other better." She sees that dominant side, and she's like, "Ooh, I want to like tame this beast. She wants to tame the beast. And then she asks a big question. She's like, "I work as a project manager. What do you do for a living?" And here, the question kind of stumped me a little bit. I thought for a while. I don't want to necessarily talk about what I am doing for a living right now. Like, we're rushing things too much. So I then try and diverge the conversation by saying, "Is it okay if I share all of my private group jokes with you so I have a better chance at sleeping with you?" Okay. I'm trying to diverge the conversation. I don't want to talk about what I do for a living. She's like, "I'm sorry, we just met. I don't want to talk about this topic." Fair enough. I wanted to throw that shot up there, see if it went in. I would have shared the group bits, and I would have cracked, but it just didn't go in. A little unlucky. I think that shot though, you should definitely try it. It's like a 95% success rate. And then she's continuing to talk about the job conversation. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to answer this question. She asked it twice. So I go with the basic response, "I'm a risk taker." Okay? She's gonna hear I'm a risk taker, and she's gonna be like, "Ooh, wait, he be taking risks." You know, he's like it adds to that aura. And she says, "Are you kidding me?" Thinking this is like some joke. Like we're playing games here. We're not playing games here at all. I was kind of offended. Like I am a risk taker. Are you like trying to make a fool out of me? Like question my line of work? It was really offensive. So then I take the disrespect aside and I say, I'm taking a gap year right now. Gonna get started on my Instagram clothing brand and drop shipping business soon. Not necessarily soon. I kind of lied there. That's gonna be in like 4 or 5 years, but I want to seem like I'm doing something, you know, besides taking risks. And she's continuing to be like, "May I know your current job? This is my job. Risk taking. I take risks." But she did like the Instagram clothing brand and drop shipping business. So that's good. I then respond to her with, "I'm currently freelancing and keeping my options open." Okay? We're really dancing around this job question. I want to skip past this, okay? She then asks for another picture. She's like, "Can I get a picture of you?" All right? That's when I'm like, "I already showed you because I already showed her my physique. I showed her, I went into studio lighting for that photo. So I'm a little mad there, okay? I'm like, "Are you not pleased?" And then I get a little aggro. I'm like, "Can I get some neck?" Because like I'm stressed. I'm anxious. Like I don't know what to do. This is a little bit of a misplay for me. Like I get a little heated when people don't appreciate what I've given them, you know? And then I backtrack, you know, hit her with a quick quadruple text. I'm like, "All right." Got a little mad. So I then throw up a pretty good shot. I'm like, "You trying to hop on iMessage games? Okay, blow some steam off. Have a little fun on iMessage. You know, that's a classic. We all know and love that." And she dodges the iMessage question. She's like, "What are you doing right now?" Okay, she obviously doesn't want to play iMessage games. So I'm like, "I'm on Roblox playing Steal a Brain Rot." And then I kind of have to flex on her. All right. Sorry. I just have to flex, you know? Well, like the hoes are in front of me. I got to show a little bit of motion. And I'm like, I just got a blood rot rainbow shiny tung tung sahur that gives me 5 million a second. I do have that, by the way. She was probably like, "Damn, you really got motion like that." Okay, I want to give a quick disclaimer before I show this next text message. This is an experience shot, all right? I'm not expecting all of you watching to try and attempt this shot. It's a very risky shot for very high level players, all right? So you're only going to see this in the big leagues, all right? So after I said I just got a blood rot tung tung, I hit her with the quick "I love you." All right? I know this might seem insane, but she did leave me undelivered for 10 minutes. So I had to grab her attention and kind of show her that I got that like lover boy side to me, you know? And she asked for a picture, another picture, okay? I'm like, "All right, whatever, bro." But she did react with a heart to the "I love you." All right? So that was a shot made. A highly contested shot, but we made it, okay? We made it. All right. And for the finale, this is the end. She's like, "Can I see a picture?" I'm like, "Okay. We're going to have to give her another picture. It's going to have to be in better lighting. It's going to have to show my crib. It's going to have to show everything, you know, so she knows I got motion." I have to dish out a good picture. So I go outside my house, like, and I take a good picture and I send it to her. And then she responds to the image I sent her with a heart, okay? So that's a shot made, all right? She likes the picture, she thinks I'm cute. She know I got motion like that. I then say, just to clarify, I'm like, "I live in that trailer, by the way." So she knows like I'm not standing in front of someone's house, that's actually mine, all right? And I have been left on red ever since. But I know that seems bad. Okay. I know that seems bad. But what I'm theorizing is she's probably booking tickets to Georgia right now to come see me. All right. So I'll let you guys know if that theory is correct. But like my theories are usually 99% correct. So this should be buns easy secured.